Hi everyone, welcome to ZyNerd's NEET PG information series. We had shared the ZyNerd's allotment mapping tool a few days back. Thanks for the excellent feedback. Basically, the tool helps in looking at a particular counseling and the possibility of candidates who have been allotted in one round in that particular counseling moving to any other counseling, any other seat in any other counseling. So it basically maps all the candidates with a particular seat in one counseling against all their allotments across all counselings of NEET PG 2021 in any state or in all India. So basically helping you look at shifts or movements in a particular counseling. So now we have uploaded the All India Round 2 allotments, and with this you would be able to look at the possibility of state R2 movements after All India R2 allotments. Basically, at how many candidates have got better seats in AAR2, whether they join that seat or not is different, but you would be able to see whether they have got better seats than their state R1 seat in AAR2. So before we get into the tool, three major factors that you need to consider before you look at the tool and use the data. One, this information is actual information which is provided, and it is not a prediction. So prediction or assumptions on whether a candidate will join the All India Round 2 seat or move and vacate the state Round 1 seat is dependent on many factors. We are just providing you the information of a possibility. And second, all data are allotments and not admitted seats. So state R1 is an allotment. Even if there is an allotment, the candidate may not have joined the seat or may have joined the seat. Similarly, All India R2 is an allotment, which and the decision on joining or not joining the seat is yet to happen, or the candidate may take the decision at a later point in time. So we will not be able to know that decision. It depends on the behavior or the risk-taking factor, the candidate or the decision of the candidate. So keep this in mind. And the third one is, while taking decisions on All India Round 2 seat, if you're going to take decisions with or without the data, irrespective of whatever decisions you take, always consider that what you have in hand will be is better than what you expect with a risk. If the risk you are taking is for a far better seat and the downside is very low, then there may be a need to go forward. If the risk you are taking is for an equivalent or slightly better seat and the downside of the risk is very low in not joining the All India Round 2 seat, then there may not be a necessity to go forward, or there is too much of a risk, or may not be the right decision. Just keep that in mind. While the tool will give you the data on allotment, it will not be able to confirm you on candidates' decisions after allotment. So the risk-taking behavior of a candidate in your rank range for your preferred seats plays a major part in decisions. So please take a very cautious decisions. If you have an All India Round 2 seat in hand, take a very cautious decision. So we'll move to the tool. What we have done is uploaded All India Round 2 data in ZyNerd, and the allotment mapping tool now has All India Round 2 data as well. We had some challenges in uploading the All India Round 2 data. That is why it got delayed. We had this challenge of the data, the institute names being published by MCC. The institute names were not listed in full. This happened for around 1,800 to 2,000 seats, and we had to map it using the seat matrix category logic, the not upgraded or upgraded logic, etc., to finally figure out which institute it is actually. Even after completing this, we are still left with around 250 seats, which we are not able to track, and which will still have the same name as Apollo Hospital or Fortis or Civil Hospital, only without a detailed description of exactly which seat it is or which institute it is. So this is only at the institute level. It is at the course level, there is no issue. So as long as what we have done is we have mapped it anyways, and we have given the same name for those 252 allotments out of the entire 18,600 odd 900 all allotments or 600 all allotments. Only 250 would carry something similar for around a few hospitals, for which we were not able to figure out. This is not available anyways anywhere. Till we are trying to connect with the candidates with the particular ranks to figure out which institute they have been allotted. So basically, when you look at ZyNerd and you see these names, Arvind Eye Hospital or Apollo Hospital, without a detailed description in the institution name, it might be one of these institutes. We have not put in any institute's name logically to say that this person from a particular state would have taken this institute. So we have left it at that, saying wherever we can map, we have mapped. The rest, for around 250 records, you will see these names. So if it is only general hospital, it might be any one of these general hospitals. We have classified these institutes under unclassified states. So if you want to look at all the states if you're filtering on a particular state, let's say you're filtering on Tamil Nadu and you don't want to miss out this list of hospitals, then you will have to filter out on Tamil Nadu as well as unclassified to see if there is any institute or seat from that from this particular list which we have not been able to figure out. This is a slight this is not a major difference as such. It might give you that information of that additional 250 seats when you're looking at data. Now we'll go into the actual tool and see how it will help. So this is our tool. This is where you go in and then you will click on NEAT-PG for ZyNerd's allotment mapping tool. Click on the allotment mapping link and you will be able to see the primary counseling to map. At this stage, ideally, someone would be looking at the movements in state round 2. Basically, you have the state round 1 allotments. What you would want to see is how many candidates from your state round 1 allotment list may have moved to state all India round 2 allotment list. So basically, the list of candidates who are in your state round 1 allotment list may move to a better seat in all India round 2, creating vacancies in your state, which you might want to look at. So that is where your tool helps in. So your primary counseling will be your state counseling. I am taking the example of Tamil Nadu government quota here, and I'm looking at round 1 allotments of Tamil Nadu round government quota. So what this tool will give you is, it will give you all the allotments of Tamil Nadu round 1 government quota seats. And this is the entire allotment list on the left-hand side. It consists of 1,367 allotments. Now, for each allotment, you will be able to see what seats these candidates have gotten all other counselings, right from All India Round 1. That will also give you a pattern to understand. So we've also kept All India Round 1 here, but you can filter it out over here using the filter tool if you don't want All India Round 1. Now, let's say I am a candidate who is looking at pediatric seats. I'll select only the pediatric seats in my state allotment, and I want to see movements in these pediatric seats. I will see how I can see from here that the first rank candidates, who is possibly a service candidate who's rank 3 but NEAT rank 1219, has also been allotted two seats, a seat in All India round 2. Basically, for the purpose of explaining, we will limit ourselves to All India round 2 counseling here, but you will be able to see all allotments across all counselings. I'll limit to All India round 2 allotments of these candidates in state round 1. So All India round 2 is what I am filtering. So I'll see all allotments of these candidates in All India round 2. This choice was made, All India round 2 choice was made after the allotment in the state round 1. So therefore, you consider it to be a better choice, though you wouldn't know whether this candidate would join this particular seat or not. Now, what we have here is the All India round 2 allotment of this particular candidate. Similarly, you have the All India round 2 allotment of this particular candidate. So rank 34 has been allotted pediatrics in MAMC in All India round 2. There is a chance that rank 34 may move to MAMC pediatrics. There is a chance. We don't know for sure whether that decision will be taken, but the candidate has filled in a choice of MAMC and continued with that choice in All India round 2. So there may be a chance of candidate moving in. So this might be a vacancy in All India in the state counseling round 1. So similarly, you have a candidate who has taken Madurai Medical College Pediatrics, may move to, filled in DNB radio diagnosis in All India round 2 after knowing that the candidate has a Madurai Medical College Pediatric seat. So there may be a movement. Similarly, there's a candidate who has got a pediatric seat in Madurai Medical College in state round 1 who has got an upgradation. Basically, this is a better seat because the candidate has filled this as a choice to Stanley Medical College, which means there might be a vacancy that is created here in state round 1. So this will tell you the entire list of vacancies that have been created. This is not on one state round 2s are out. You might be able to see other state round 2 allotments as well. And now you might be able to see the state round 1 allotments of these candidates as well. In certain cases, the candidates will have state round 1 allotments as well, and you will be able to see them. If you want to just see only those candidates who have taken, who got seats in the All India counseling or other counselings, you can filter out the empty rows. But if you don't filter out the empty rows, you will have a list of all candidates who have taken pediatric seats, and you can correlate the movements. Saying, for instance, this candidate does not have any other seat, so possibly that candidate will not move anywhere else and will continue with the seat. That itself is information to tell you that there is no movement expected because of for this particular seat. So by taking away the non-empty rows, you may look at movements in those particular seats. The same thing can also be done the other way around. For instance, let's say I want to look at how All India round 2 seats candidates may decide later. So I want to look at all India round 2 candidates. This is a far-fetched thing, but still I want to look at all India round 2 candidates allotments. And let's say I'm looking at pediatrics in this same scenario in the state of Tamil Nadu, and I belong to Gen category, and I'm looking at AIQ seats of all India round 2. So no, this is the pediatric seats of Tamil Nadu, which I am looking at. I may or may not have got a seat in pediatrics in all India round 2. Now, but this will tell me what seats all those candidates who have got all India round 2 today had earlier held in the state rounds. For instance, this candidate had a Madras Medical College seat as well as an ICH Bangalore seat, and now once again has filled in a Madras Medical College seat in all India round 2. Highly likely that the candidate may end up with this seat. Similarly, you will be able to see all the candidate seats. So this candidate was who held a Stanley Medical College seat, has now moved on to a Madras Medical College seat in all India round 2, and it is highly likely that this candidate will move and pick up the seat and not leave the seat. So this may not be a vacancy. Further in all India mop-up is something that you can possibly see here. So this may also help. But now one major thing that we want to emphasize is that these are all allotments, not admissions. Exactly like how you are looking at, there will be other candidates who are also looking at this information and then deciding based on what are the possibilities, etc. What we are providing here is data. We are not predicting anything. This data is something that you would have otherwise used a pen and paper and try to figure out, or you would have used Excel sheets to figure out. We are providing this data so that it is easier for you to work out the possibilities in your state round 1. In case you are a candidate who is not looking at all India round 2 at all, all India counseling, there is no decision to make. There is a state movement-based movement you are looking at, and you want to know what is the state movement. This will also help. So, and again, repeating, before you take decisions on all India, leaving an all India round 2 seat, just ensure that there is a risk. Then ensure that you take proper decisions based on information that is available and confirmed. So in case you know that a candidate may leave a seat, there are a lot of candidates who are going to leave seats, and then these seats will become available and the risk is very low, and this information is confirmed, then it makes sense to consider it as solid information to take a decision. Without that solid information, by assumptions, risking for a better seat, think through before taking such decisions. This information will help, but this does not reflect the exact decisions of candidates as far as joining a seat or not is concerned. So especially when you're taking a state round 2 possibility, when you're deriving state round 2 possibilities out of this tool, this is just to help you to get the data easily and not to predict or not direct information for you to take decisions. You will have to decide based on how you think, how much information that you have and how you think candidates will behave, or based on other information that you have, which you may probably get directly with from other candidates or from your state round 1 authorities. Thank you. Hope this tool is helpful for all and saves a lot of time for you. That was the purpose behind coming up with this tool. Please share with others if you think this is really helpful, and please comment on how we can make this better in case you have any suggestions. Thank you.